Hey, what's going on, friends? It's Barry E. Knight. Listen, I want to take this time to welcome you to the leadership class coaching session. We have a great topic for you today. I know you're going to get a lot of value out of it. But before I jump into it, do me a favor and subscribe to this YouTube channel. That way you get updates when new videos like this are coming your way. And also do me a favor, if this resonates with you, what you're learning, have learned in other previous coaching sessions, and even this one, if it resonates with you, do me a favor and share it with other leaders in your network, your peers, those that you work with in your organization. Maybe even have kind of a group chat about one of the videos. Watch the video with other leaders and others on your team. And that's why I record this. And I do this for free because I want to add value to you. So take a video and play it before a meeting or in a training, and then create some discussion questions, or email me and I'll shoot some discussion questions out to you and your team so that you can really operationalize the principles that I'm teaching. For this particular coaching session, I want to talk freely. I want to kind of talk off scripts, although I have 5 points on my computer that I want to share with you. I just really want to talk about my leadership philosophy. And the more I look at the state of the world that we're living in and the times that we're in, the more I feel the necessity to talk about my leadership philosophy. And at the risk of sounding arrogant and bombastic and braggadocious, I believe what I'm going to share with you is what the world needs now. Yes, I know what the world needs now is love, sweet love. But what the world needs now are leaders that submit to this particular leadership philosophy. So I'm just pushing record. I might have a lot of stuttering and some uhs and ums between, but please bear with me because this is definitely something that's coming from my heart to you, my spirit to your spirit. And so my leadership philosophy, as a matter of fact, I'm going to be talking a bit about my book, The Gift Called Leadership. And please forgive me for some promotion here, but the book is available. I'm not even going to talk about the availability of it. It is available. You can get it. But I want to talk about something in here that resonates with me. And I've been teaching a lot more on this lately. I was in Minnesota last month before about 200 or so leaders, and I was just sharing this particular concept. And out of all the things that I shared, it seemed to be that what I'm going to share with you resonated the most. So when I talk about my leadership philosophy, what I'm talking about is basically what I wrote the book, The Gift Called Leadership, on the foundation, the philosophical foundation to this book, which is how do you become that leader that your presence empowers others to succeed. Your presence alone, not just your knowledge, not just your education. Because as a leader, if you're really a good leader and a smart leader, probably more than anything, if you're a smart leader, you know that you have a team and you're not the smartest on your team, so to speak. They are intelligent and experts in their area, and they're smarter than you. That's why you brought them on the team. So you should know that if you are a smart leader, if you're a good leader, you know that you're not the smartest. So it's not about education, expertise per se. It's not about experience, but it's literally about you. You, and I'm talking directly to you, and I would that you would take, as I recommend and admonish every single coaching session, I would that you would take copious notes. It always is about you. I often say this, whether your organization is healthy, dysfunctional, or stuck, it always acts like its leader. In other words, it always acts like you. If you don't make timely decisions, it's going to impact your organization. If you don't let people go who need to be let go in a timely fashion, it's going to impact your organization. And ultimately, again, it acts like you. Going to John C. Maxwell's, The Law of the Lid. Your organization will never outgrow you. So I want to talk about this leadership philosophy. Again, the gift called leadership, the subtitle to that is how the leader's presence empowers others to succeed. And that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about you showing up. That's the leadership philosophy that I'm doubling down on. I believe what I have and what God has given me to share, this needs to go global, in which I'm working on that and believing for that opportunity, that open door. I believe we need more leaders. I believe that you should consider strongly being that leader that works on your presence, your being, how the leader's presence by you being in the room, by you speaking a vision, by you empowering and motivating your team. How can you, as the leader, change your entire organization? I believe that's possible. When we read about how can I say I can't even say the word, autobiographies of people that we admire and that we look up to and that we study. We're studying one person, autobiography, right? We're studying that one individual leader that somehow made a move in society, made a move in their community. They did something. They showed up in such a way to where people said, I want to follow you. As I write a lot about the book, in the book, The Gift Called Leadership, the first chapter is entitled The Spirit of Leadership, which is the convicting power that moves us as leaders to say yes to the vision, the work, and the risk of making things remarkably better for others. And I am hoping that as I'm sharing from my heart to yours, and I'm hoping that as I'm sharing from my heart to yours, that this leadership philosophy is something that you will also grasp. One note that I have here is that a part of my leadership philosophy is helping leaders, coaching leaders, executive coaching, and advising leaders on how to become the leader that people love to follow and work with. How do you capture and garner their yes to the vision, their yes to the work? In other words, they say, hey, leader, I want to follow you. I'm saying yes to that vision you're casting. It's going to take a lot of work. You know what? I believe in you and I believe in your vision. I want to say yes to the work. Oh, there's some risk involved. Yeah, that's okay, because I believe in you, I believe in your vision, and I believe in this work, that this work that we're going to do together is going to move us toward that vision. This is the leadership philosophy that I'm building my entire business on. My executive coaching is coming from this. My leadership philosophy is not for those leaders who just say, Barry, I want to be powerful because I have a C level position. I have an executive title to my name, so make me powerful. This is not for you. Log off, turn off YouTube, unsubscribe. And I mean that with all my heart. I say it with a smile. You can get away with things when you say it with a smile. I'm not for you. My executive coaching, my leadership philosophy is not for you. If you just want to figure out how you can go up, we won't work well together. But if you are that leader that is all about numbers and you're saying, Barry, I'm getting things done, I'm leading, I don't adapt to that philosophy. I make sure the team is doing what they have to do, and I kind of put pressure on them to make sure we get things done. Hey, the organization, my company is taking off. If that is you, but yet you're saying that me is tired. That me, it weighs on me. It's like, Barry, I'm always pushing. I'm always trying to churn out the next project, and I have to stay on top, and I have to please the people, and I have to please my team, and I have to always push and make the board happy. I have to make the buyers and our clients happy. I have to keep everybody happy, but I'm getting tired of the tactical part. That's who I'm talking about. If you are that tactical leader and you don't show up in full presence, then I want you to consider working with me and adapting this leadership philosophy where we help build your presence, where your presence alone empowers others to do the tactical work, and it comes from within them instead of you having to make them do it or kind of putting a thumb on their back or being a taskmaster. If that's you and you're saying, Barry, I get things done as a leader, but it sure is taxing on me. It sure is tiring. It weighs on me at the end of the day. And I really don't want to lead like that. It's like I'm all mind and I'm all skill, but I don't have the presence of leadership. It's like I have to force my way into that presence and show how educated and smart I am. And so we want to help you become that leader that people love to follow simply because of your presence. That's my leadership philosophy. I can help you become that leader. That's what I'm gifted and called to do, is to mend the gap between the stress of leadership and the impact and the outcome of being the leader. Just being, not always doing, but there's a way to get things done simply by the way you be. Another note that I have here is I'm pursuing the next level of my coaching certification. So I'm a professional certified coach with the International Coaching Federation, and I'm going to the highest level, which is a master certified coach. That's the highest level, and so I'm one below it at the PCC level. Now I'm going to the MCC level, and the coach that I'm working with, who actually helped start ICF and came up with the core competencies. I get to work with the top coach in the world, and that is an honor. She said something to me, and I want to share this with you in relation to leading and being a leader. And one of the things that she said was that, and I'm putting it in my own words in terms of leadership, is that leadership is the sacred space that empowers people to become and achieve more. Let me say that again. Leadership is the sacred space that empowers people to become and achieve more. Going back to that presence, how do you become that leader that people love to follow and work with? So over the next few weeks, I'm going to be walking us through this philosophy. I was going to go through some things in the book, but for the sake of time, I'm going to start it next week. We're going to begin. And if you have the book, The Gift Called Leadership, this is also going to be a book study, a leadership growth opportunity. And at the end of this, I believe if you invest in yourself, if you take these philosophies and and the principles that I'm sharing and apply it to your day-to-day leadership, and if you not just, let me take that back, not just your leadership, but even in your family, amongst friends, in your day-to-day personal life, because I believe who you are as a person impacts who you are as a leader. And you don't up your leadership game, you up your personal being game. And that's what we're really going to talk about. So it's not just changing your paradigm as a leader, it's changing your paradigm as a human. And I believe at the end of these sessions, these coaching sessions, and me introducing and going deeper into my leadership philosophy, I 100% guarantee that you're going to come on the other side of leadership, from tactical, kind of technical leadership to transformational leadership, to where when you walk in and when you speak from a sacred space. You speak from a place where I've been there already, because I've lived in the future and I'm also living in the present. I call that in my book, bidimensional leadership, where you're fully present in the future, discovering what's possible. And you're also fully present in the present, looking for ways to make it happen. That's what we're going to help you become. And I'm going to consistently drive home my leadership philosophy. Again, at the risk of being braggadocious and bombastic and arrogant, I believe this philosophy is the leadership philosophy that will not only change your organization, that will not only help you change your organization, not only help you change your industry, but also help those that buy into this change our world. I will put and bet everything on it. So start thinking about the type of leader you are. Are you that technical kind of, task-oriented, taskmaster leadership where it's all about what you do? Or are you becoming, or maybe you already are, that transformational leader that holds sacred space with those that you lead and those that you serve, where they enter in an environment with you where they dream not only of what they can accomplish together, but who they can become individually. And I'm inviting you, that's what this video is really for, is inviting you on this journey with me to enter into this sacred space of leadership, enter into this philosophy where we will hire people, train and coach people. We will empower and build the skill set and the mindset and even the beliefs of those that we lead and serve, so that we can accomplish great things together. This is what is going to be needed and necessary to transform your organization, your industry, and once again, the world. My friend, listen, I hope you got something out of this coaching session. I hope you're grabbing hold of what I'm saying to every word and that you're going to lock in with me over the next few weeks. I don't know how long I'm going to go. I'm just going to go until I feel I've poured out everything I can into you, your personal and your professional and your leadership life. Again, subscribe to our YouTube channel, this coaching session. I try to do it every single week. And if what I'm saying is resonating with you, or or I guess I would say, of other leaders, other people in your network that need to be a part of this journey, do me a favor and share this video with them. Tell them, come along with us on this journey. It's going to be powerful. If you are already kind of one that this video is resonating with and you're sitting there and saying, Barry, I need you to come to my organization. I need you to coach me. Do me a favor, reach out to me immediately. team@bekimpact.com. It should be right on the screen. team@bekimpact.com. Let's schedule time to talk. I'm not going to sell you on my services. I just want to enter a sacred space with you. I want to help you dream. I want to help you think. And at the end of that session, I have a 30-minute clarity call. That's what we call it, a 30-minute clarity call. At the end, you're going to just be more clear and you're going to know what you need to do, whether that's working with me, whether that's working with another executive coach or consultant, or whether that's figuring things out through a conference, a book that you're reading, or just getting quiet and just entering into that quiet space so that you can hear once again. So again, reach out to me. That's all I'm saying. Reach out to me if something is resonating, you have a question, or you just want a 30-minute clarity call on whatever it is about leadership. Friends, listen, I thank you for hanging out with me. My name, once again, is Barry E. Knight, and my purpose and calling is to help you succeed in yours. 2 fingers.